We're here back in the Fantasy Bar. Happy New Year to everybody out there. We are ready to roll for this New Year's Day slate. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you to go on FanDuel and DraftKings, including my favorite value play. Some games that we definitely want to target. We'll hammer home in the mid-range with some of my favorite plays I feel are underpriced and give you my favorite play on the board with 70-point upside at an 8K price point. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys, and Happy New Year here from the Fantasy Bar. January 1st, 2024 is here, and we are back with 6 of my favorite plays for this 6-game NBA slate. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out the video. Before we get into the plays, the housekeeping first thing, and you guys did a great job with this in 2023. Let's continue to hammer that thumbs up button if you enjoy the video. Helps us out tremendously over there on YouTube. So thank you again for that. Subscribe to the channel as well. Don't miss any of the content. We talked some of the key injuries in our preview of the video. You can always check that out as well with a recap from the last video, injury previews, and a preview who we're looking at for this slate. But you guys are already here. So let's get in to the main course and get in to some of my favorite plays here for Monday night. Let's start with the guy I want to run it back on from the last video. That's shooting guard, small forward, Chris Middleton of Milwaukee. Now, until these prices get to where I feel they should be, we're going to take advantage here. Still low 7s on Chris Middleton. Feels a touch too low and been really productive here of late, averaging over 40 DraftKings points per game over his last 4. Great matchup here, and what a spot. Huge total in this game. Pacers, bottom 3 in points and rebounds allowed to this position and giving up the 7 most fantasy points here. Should be a fantasy point bonanza in this one. Get some exposure here with Chris Middleton of Milwaukee. All right, let's go to the other side here at point guard, shooting guard, Andrew Nembhard of Indiana. I didn't want to bog down the video with a ton of plays here, but did want to get a couple of my favorite cheaper plays here. Giannis, Halliburton, Lillard, those guys obviously in play with a total this high, but wanted to give you some exposure to some other guys here. Nembhard should continue to see nice minutes here with Bruce Brown out. Has played 33 or more now in 3 of his last 4 games. And a guy that can get it done in a variety of ways. Doesn't necessarily have to score. Can give you those rebounds and assists, steals, some of the things we're looking for, that he can accumulate a lot of fantasy points very, very quickly. We mentioned that total way up at 260 and a half. So plenty of usage, plenty of scoring, plenty of fantasy points to go around in this one. Middleton, Nembhard, 2 of my favorites here on the cheaper end in this big total game. All right, let's go to center next with Jaylen Durham of Detroit. So center loaded up here tonight. You could probably make a lineup with just centers in this slate, but we're going to focus on Durham here. Obviously, a guy like Jokic at the top, you worry a little bit about the blowout with them being double-digit favorites here. But I like Durham, and I like what I've seen since he's returned from injury. We're talking 3 straight double-doubles, 14 or more rebounds in every one of those games. And a matchup here, not easy. Houston been very solid, but they have been vulnerable to centers and rebounds, which is the name of the game here with Jaylen Durham. Tends to score double-digit points, give you those rebounds, block a few shots. I think the upside is something we have seen already this season. I think we see it once again here tonight. Pistons got that losing streak off their back. Really nothing to lose here. I think you see a big game from Jaylen Durham in this one against the Houston Rockets. All right, let's go to a rookie up next at point guard with Scoot Henderson of Portland. So we mentioned in our preview, Portland going to be down Simons and DeAndre Ayton tonight. So Scoot Henderson should continue to play some big minutes at the guard position without Anthony Simons, and they're going to need his offense here as well. And looking at some of these prices, this really feels like the basement of what this guy can do. Get in on the breakout here, starting to look like the number 2 pick in the NBA draft here. Has really gotten it going on the offensive end. 20 shots per game for him here over the last 3. That has led to 35 DraftKings points in each one of those games. So this is about as low as the pricing's can get. I think this is a $7,500 player. You're getting him in the low 6s. You're getting him with some injury situation to capitalize on. Let's take advantage here tonight with Scoot Henderson. All right, let's go to the other side of that game with some correlation at point guard, shooting guard with Bradley Beal of Phoenix. Never thought I'd see the day. Bradley Beal is 6,100 on DraftKings, but here we are. Lowest price we've gotten all season long. So let's take advantage here. We haven't seen the massive game yet, and maybe those games aren't coming with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, both on that team. I still think Bradley Beal can be a big part of this team, can be a 50 DraftKings point scorer, and really smash these salaries and give us a solid 7-8x return on this number here. And it could come as early as tonight. Portland not great against shooting guards, 4th most fantasy points allowed to this position. Beal looked solid the other night. I think we get another big game here and an absolute bargain basement price, buying low here on Bradley Beal. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's run it back and get our first Beast of the Night contest for 2024. All you have to do, click that thumbs up button, head to the comment section, and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my Beast of the Night. Whoever's guess is the closest, we're going to give you a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out here in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap it up here with my favorite play for the first video of 2024. You know, Matt, Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to keep things cheap here at the low 8K range with power forward, small forward, Lauri Markin of the Jazz, tonight's Beast of the Night. So we talk Bucks Pacers, 260 in that one. Not quite that kind of total here, but we do get a big 246 in this one with a 3.5 point spread. So this one should be a high scoring game with a close competitive game. Now, obviously the injuries going to factor in here on the Dallas side, but either way, even with Luka and Kyrie, I still love this spot for Lauri Markin. Had one down game here. DraftKings drops his price to the lowest we have seen it all season long. So 8K, tremendous buy low here on Lauri Markin. And before that, 41 DraftKings points or higher in 5 of the last 6 games. 2 of those games, 50 plus. And we have already seen games out of this guy nearing 70 DraftKings points. I think he can crush once again here tonight. We're calling for a 60 burger here for Lauri Markin. Easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Monday night 6-pack here in the NBA. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for Lauri Markin on DraftKings for your shot at a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. And Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for all your support in 2023. Looking forward to another big year here in the fantasy bar. Guys, thank you again for hanging out here, and enjoy your New Year's Day. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salute. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Happy New Year to everybody out there. We'll see you later on this week for NFL Week 17, my pints and picks with 2 of my favorite NFL bets, and another NBA video on Friday. Enjoy the day, guys. Enjoy the college football, the NBA. Good luck. Thank you for hanging out in the fantasy bar. Happy New Year, and we will see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist